Alright, I'm going to perform my in-cab inspection. First, I'm going to do a safe start. I'm going to make sure that the truck is in neutral. My brakes are applied. Fully press in the clutch. Turn the key. And push the button. I'm going to check my emergency equipment, starting with my seatbelt. I want to make sure that there is no loose, broken, missing pieces. My belt is not cut or frayed. And I'll make sure it properly latches and is secure. I'm going to be checking to make sure I have my spare fuses, which are located in the glove box. I'm going to be checking my 3 emergency roadside triangles and or flares, which are located in the side box of the truck. I'm going to check my fire extinguisher, making sure it's properly secure. Current, fully charged and pinned. I want to check my cabinets up above and behind me in the sleeper. Make sure that nothing's going to fall down or roll out and obstruct me as I'm driving. I want to check the overall condition of my windshield, making sure it is clean, clear, with no chips, cracks, and that the rubber of my windshield wiper blades make full contact with the glass. I want to check my rear view mirrors and spot mirrors, making sure it is clean, clear, no chips, cracks, and adjusted to me, the driver. Here's my water temperature gauge. It tells me the water temperature in the I got camera fright. This tells me the temperature in the radiator. This here is my oil pressure gauge. It tells me how much oil pressure I have in the motor. This here is my tachometer. It tells me the revolutions per minute as I am driving. This here's my speedometer. It tells me how fast I'm going as I'm driving. This here is my indicator panel. This here will let me know if something is wrong with the motor by illuminating a warning light. This here is my air pressure applicator gauge. This here tells me how much pressure I am applying to the brakes when I apply pressure to the service pedal. My primary and secondary air brake gauges. This here tells me how much air pressure I have in the tanks. Here's my fuel gauge. Tells me how much fuel I have in the tank. This here is my alternator gauge. Tells me that the alternator is charging the batteries and it should be above 14 volts. This here is my tractor and trailer brake hand valves. Pulled out is applied, pushed in, the brakes are released. This here is my heater defroster gauge. I want to make sure that the defroster is working, which can defrost my windshield in cold weather. This here is my windshield wiper gauge. It activates the wiper blades to clean off the windshield if it is raining or in inclement weather. I push this in, which activates my windshield washer fluid, and that will clean the windshield if it gets dirty. This here is my headlight toggle switch. All the way up activates just my running lights and marker lights. In the middle shuts them off. All the way down activates all my lights, including my headlights. I'm going to pull forward the turn signal handle towards me, which activates my high beams, and it is working according to my indicator panel. To turn them off, I just push it back forward. This here's my panel light switch. It illuminates or deluminates the dials and gauges so I can see at night. This here is my utility light switch. This activates the utility light on the back of the sleeper. This helps me back up to a trailer or check my load at night, and it is working according to my indicator panel. This here is my mirror heater toggle switch. This here will provide heat to my rear mirrors, which will unthaw them in cold weather. This is my engine start button and my ignition switch. This here is my turn signal. All the way down activates my left turn signal, and it is working according to my indicator panel. All the way up is my right turn signal, and it is working according to my indicator panel. This bar here, you pull it out, activates my emergency four-way flashers, and it is working according to my indicator panel. To cancel that out, I turn the turn signal and then back into neutral position. This here is my steering wheel. I should have no more than 2 inches of play in a 20-inch steering wheel. This is my city horn. This is my air horn. This here is my trailer brake hand valve. This here activates just the trailer brakes and is only used to check the brakes of the trailer before I start my trip. Here's my gear shifter. It allows me to switch gears. Here's my splitter. All the way down is my low gears. All the way up is my high gears. This is my clutch pedal, brake pedal, fuel pedal. I want to make sure that they are operational and free of obstructions. Now I'm going to perform my brake test. I'm going to start with my practical brake test. For this, I'm going to put the truck in low gear. I want to release my truck brakes, making sure my trailer brakes are applied. I want to give the truck a little tug to see if the trailer brakes hold. And they are holding. Now I want to engage my tractor brakes and release my trailer brakes, put it in low gear, and give it a little tug to see if the brakes hold. And my tractor brakes are holding. Now I'm going to perform my service brake test. For this, I want to pull forward at about 5 miles an hour. I'm looking to see if the steering wheel pulls to the left or to the right. I'm also going to roll down my window so that I can hear any unusual noises. Before I perform this test, I'm going to check my mirrors to make sure it is clear to do so. Okay, my steering wheel did not pull to the left or to the right, and I did not hear any unusual noises. Now I'm going to perform my applied brake test. Before I perform this test, I want to make sure I have adequate air pressure. I need to chalk the wheels. By chalking the wheels, I'm going to use the transmission by putting it in low gear. I'm going to shut the truck off. I'm going to turn the key back on to supply power to my gauges. I'm going to firmly apply pressure to the brake pedal and hold it for 60 seconds. And I should not lose more than 4 psi. Okay, 60 seconds. In that 60 seconds, I did not lose more than 4 psi. Now I'm going to perform my low air warning brake test. For this, I'm going to fan my brakes until my low air warning light comes on my indicator panel, and this should happen at 60 psi or above. My low air warning light came on my indicator panel at 60 psi or above. Now I'm going to perform my emergency brake test. For this, I'm going to continue fanning the brakes until both my tractor and trailer brake hand valves pop out. This should happen between 20 and 40 psi. Both my tractor and trailer brake hand valves popped out between 20 and 40 psi. This concludes my brake test. Now I'm going to perform a safe start. Making sure the truck is in neutral, checking to make sure my brakes are applied, push the clutch, turn the key, push the button.